What if you could ditch the crushing cost of living in the US and live like royalty abroad all on just 500 a month? Sounds like a fantasy, right? But here's the truth. It's not only possible, it's happening. In this video, we're diving into the 10 best countries to retire in 2025 where your modest budget can buy you freedom, comfort, and even luxury. These aren't just cheap destinations. They're smart, strategic escapes, backed by data, real expat experiences, and insider perks. But what comes next will shock you. Because retiring well in 2025 isn't just about pinching pennies, it's about rethinking the entire system. Ready to discover where you should go while you still can? Let's count down the top 10 countries where 500 a month, it is not about the survival, it's about the future success. Number 10, Colombia. If the word Colombia still brings to mind danger and instability, it's time for a serious update. Today, Colombia is fast becoming one of the most desirable retirement destinations in Latin America, especially for those on a tight budget. In cities like Medellin, you can rent a one-bedroom apartment for just 400 to 600 a month. Add groceries, utilities, and healthcare, and you're still comfortably under that 500 mark. Colombia's economy has been making steady progress. With a 2023 GDP estimated at around 330 billion, the country has implemented financial reforms that have helped curb inflation and attract foreign retirees. Inflation has stabilized compared to the volatile decades past, which means more predictability for long-term residents. But Colombia offers more than just affordability. Medellin, often dubbed the City of Eternal Spring, boasts one of the best climates in the world, perfect for year-round living without the cost of heating or cooling. Modern public transportation, affordable private healthcare, and a growing expat community round out the appeal. Here's the kicker: with so many expats quietly moving in, the secret may not stay hidden for long. Is this your last chance to retire in Colombia before the prices skyrocket? Number 9, Spain. Think Europe is out of reach for retirees on a budget? Think again. Spain might surprise you, especially if you look beyond the crowded streets of Madrid or Barcelona. In smaller towns like Oviedo in Asturias, a one-bedroom apartment goes for around 630 a month. Add 185 in utilities, and you're still living within your 500 monthly budget with room to spare. Spain's economy is stable, with a GDP near 1.3 trillion USD in 2023 and inflation rates hovering between 3 and 4%. For retirees, this means a strong infrastructure, reliable services, and a consistently high standard of living. It's not just affordable, it's sophisticated. While English isn't as widely spoken in rural areas, that may be a bonus. You're not just retiring, you're immersing yourself in rich culture, delicious cuisine, and centuries of history. And yes, the healthcare system? Ranked among the best in the world, often costing a fraction of what you'd pay in the US. So ask yourself, why are so many Americans ignoring this European gem? Is it time you cashed in on the Spanish lifestyle before everyone else catches on? Number 8, Belize. If you crave Caribbean living without the language barrier, Belize is calling. English is the official language, which means no messy translations when dealing with doctors, landlords, or government paperwork. In towns outside tourist-heavy areas, rent averages around 500 and full monthly expenses hover right at the 500 mark. Don't let its tiny GDP, a modest 1.9 billion USD in 2023, fool you. Belize punches above its weight for retirees thanks to its qualified retirement program. This program waives taxes on income earned outside Belize and comes with import privileges for personal goods. The pace of life in Belize is slow and peaceful, with stunning beaches, coral reefs, and rainforests all within reach. Healthcare is basic but affordable, and for anything major, neighboring Mexico or even Florida are options within a short flight. Here's what makes Belize controversial: its proximity to the US has made it a haven for both law-abiding retirees and some shady expats looking to disappear. So the question remains, is Belize a hidden paradise or an expat Wild West? Number 7, Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic is more than a vacation spot, it's an emerging retirement haven, especially for budget-conscious Americans. Rent in coastal towns or cities like Santo Domingo can be as low as 400, 500 per month. Overall, retirees are managing entire lifestyles for between 800 and 1,500 monthly. The country's 2023 GDP stands around 88 billion USD, and it maintains stable inflation. It's not the cheapest country on the list, but the combination of affordability, climate, and visa flexibility makes it a serious contender. Retirees benefit from access to modern healthcare, tropical beaches, and a lifestyle that balances relaxation and community. The country has also been expanding its infrastructure and digital services, making it easier to stay connected globally. But here's the twist: safety and infrastructure can vary wildly between neighborhoods. Is this a retirement paradise for savvy planners, sir? A gamble that could go south if you pick the wrong town? Number 6. Mexico. Mexico has always been a favorite among American retirees, and for good reason. In cities like Mérida or San Miguel de Allende, you can rent a quality apartment for under 500, with food, transport, and healthcare all priced well below US standards. Living on 1,500 is not only feasible, it's downright comfortable. The country's 2023 GDP is an impressive 1.3 trillion USD. Inflation is moderate, around 4%, which keeps costs manageable. Mexico also has excellent healthcare at a fraction of US prices, with many doctors trained internationally. And while some areas suffer from security concerns, the safest expat-friendly towns are well patrolled and welcoming. There's also the psychological benefit of proximity to the US. If you need to get back quickly, it won't cost a fortune or take a 16-hour flight. Number 5. Ecuador. Ecuador is the sleeper hit of South American retirement, and those who know. Cities like Cuenca and Loja offer stunning colonial architecture, spring-like weather year-round, and rents that often fall under 400 a month. Toss in utilities, groceries, and healthcare, and you're living comfortably under that 1,500 budget. With a 2023 GDP of roughly 115 billion USD and inflation stabilized below 3%, Ecuador's economy is more resilient than many expect. The country uses the US dollar, eliminating currency exchange headaches and offering greater price transparency for American retirees. Healthcare is a standout here. Both public and private systems are affordable and accessibly. Even major surgeries cost a fraction of what they would in the US. Plus, Ecuador offers a 50% discount on public transportation, utilities, and even cultural events for retirees over 65. You're not just retiring, you're being rewarded for it. But here's the burning question: why are most Americans still sleeping on Ecuador? Could this be the last, truly affordable paradise before the secret explodes? Number 4. Thailand. Exotic, affordable, and jaw-droppingly beautiful, Thailand offers a retiree lifestyle that borders on luxury for pennies on the dollar. In cities like Chiang Mai, you can rent a furnished apartment for 300, 500 a month, with total living costs averaging just 200. That leaves you room for indulgences, spa days, weekend getaways, even domestic help. Thailand's 2023 GDP hit approximately 506 billion USD, and while it's still classified as a developing nation, the infrastructure in major cities is solid. Inflation is modest, hovering around 2.5%, and the healthcare system is world-renowned for quality and affordability. The country is incredibly foreigner-friendly, with well-established expat communities and visa options tailored for retirees, like the OA long-stay visa. Plus, the food? Fresh, healthy, and dirt cheap. We're talking full meals for $2 or less. So here's the dilemma. Is this tropical paradise too good to be true, or is it the retirement hack the American system doesn't want you to know about? Number 3. Vietnam. If you're looking for extreme value without sacrificing quality of life, Vietnam is calling. In cities like Da Nang or Nha Trang, modern apartments can go for just 250 to 400 a month. All in, retirees routinely live well for under 1. Zero with money left over for travel, dining, and adventures. Vietnam's 2023 GDP reached around 430 billion USD, with annual growth rates exceeding 5%. It's one of Asia's fastest growing economies, and with that growth comes improved infrastructure, healthcare, and services that benefit long-term residents. Healthcare is incredibly affordable, and private hospitals in major cities are modern and English-speaking. Local food is fresh and flavorful, costing a fraction of what you'd spend in the West. Add vibrant culture, beautiful coastlines, and an incredibly low crime rate, and it's easy to see why Vietnam is skyrocketing in popularity. But here's the kicker. Vietnam isn't just cheap, it's thriving. Could this be the single smartest retirement destination of the decade? Number 2, Nicaragua. Nicaragua is controversial, and that's exactly why it's on this list. Yes, there are political tensions and some warnings from U.S. State Department advisories. But retirees on the ground paint a very different picture. In cities like Granada and Leon, rents hover around $300 to $450, and monthly expenses often land around $1,000 total. The country's GDP is modest at around 15 billion USD in 2023, but inflation is surprisingly stable. Nicaragua offers generous retiree incentives like the Pensionado program, which provides duty-free import of household goods and vehicles and deep discounts on utilities and travel. The real draw? Authentic, unfiltered Central American charm. From colonial cities, to volcano hikes, to tranquil lakes, Nicaragua offers raw beauty without the tourist price tag. And because it's off the beaten path, your dollar stretches further here than almost anywhere else in the Western Hemisphere. So, the question is this: is Nicaragua the bold retiree's dream, or a risk too far? Only the brave will find out. Number 1. Philippines. Welcome to the retirement capital of Asia for budget-conscious Americans. The Philippines offers everything English-speaking locals, tropical beaches, low cost of living, and U.S.-friendly immigration policies. In cities like Dumaguete or Iloilo, rent can be as low as $250 a month, and full monthly expenses land comfortably under $200. With a 2023 GDP of around 440 billion USD and a growing middle class, the country is developing fast. Inflation is moderate, and the government actively courts foreign retirees with its Special Resident Retiree Visa (SRRV), offering perks like multiple entry access, tax exemptions, and even the ability to bring dependents. Healthcare is affordable and accessible in urban areas, and while rural facilities vary, major private hospitals in cities are internationally accredited. Combine that with a deep cultural respect for elders, vibrant expat networks, and a generally pro-American attitude, and the Philippines becomes the full package. Here's the hard truth. If you're looking to retire well on a shoestring, the Philippines isn't just an option, it might be the only logical choice left in 2025. So there it is in countries where $500 a month doesn't just mean scraping by, it means thriving. But here's the brutal reality: the clock is ticking. As more Americans wake up to this global opportunity, prices will rise, visa rules will tighten, and the golden window could slam shut. Why chain yourself to the broken promises of Social Security, inflation, and rising healthcare costs in the US when the world is offering you more for less? The old retirement blueprint is collapsing. It's not just about stretching your money, it's about stretching your life. Every country on this list is a ticket out not just to escape financial stress, but to finally live on your own terms. The question isn't whether you can afford to go, it's whether you can afford not to. Which country would you choose before it's too late?